when we're doing due diligence on a business, particularly e-commerce business, I like to ask people what are their top five, what's the business's top five best-selling products, and working out like what are they doing with those products. And one of those things is putting them up on the top, in the very visible vision in the site to make sure people know like these are the ones that people are buying because they're the best. Maybe check out them first. If they're not for you, then fine. We've got a big bunch of other pants we've got, right?
And coming to the navigation, though, one of the lowest hanging fruit, if anyone listening to this has a website that sells products, go to your site and put a bestsellers category, in the navigation. A lot of times stores are thinking about the navigation being category driven. Here are the pants, here are the shoes, here are the accessories. But if we can first start with bestsellers, people are always looking for that. It's persuasive. It helps focus their attention on specific things in a narrower set of choices. And we always see that increased conversion. So go do that if you're not doing it yet.
I love it. I'm curious about the R&D that you did with this SaaS site, SaaS business, and speaking to their team. I'm wondering how that would look with doing R&D and A/B testing for product pages or listing pages. Do you often do that? For example, would you speak to the team and say, what's important to note about this product, and what have you found? And this is going to be a general thing between SaaS and e-commerce businesses that you have worked with. What are some of the general things that you've found that the winning page out of an A/B test has? That's usually, and one of those things is obviously free shipping, but like, what are some of those other things?
Yeah, we always do qualitative research to pair with the A/B testing we're doing. We often are left with questions after an A/B test, especially if it doesn't go the way we expect. We want to know why it didn't go that way. So we'll do things like survey and intercept survey on that page, just ask people why they're leaving or to understand if they have the information they need. We also use a methodology called a usability study, where we'll observe people going through the site experience with specific goals in mind and just articulating out loud what they're expecting to happen, what does happen, what they're confused about. And that always uncovers a wealth of things that nobody on their team has thought about, that nobody on our team has thought about, because each customer segment is so unique that bringing real customers into the fold is going to just level up your understanding and your focus on what the real problem is and what the real opportunity is. Coming to the part of your question around specifics for product pages, images matter a lot in e-com, but the images you choose for thumbnails and where the thumbnails go also matters a lot. Okay. So we've done some really interesting testing around what the thumbnail should look like, what the order should be. Should there be text in it? Should it be lifestyle images first? And all of that is very brand dependent because it matters the context of how you would use the product, or if the context matters. Descriptions are often too high up on the page and often too lengthy. So that's often a place of simplicity. How do we boil down the core part of the information they need? Oftentimes teams aren't creating clear architecture in the data within the page of the product page. So what I mean by that is there's care instructions, there's reviews, here's our blurb about the inspiration behind this product, or here's the designer notes. And the more we can break those out into specific things, it's easier for our customers or potential customers to wade through it and find what matters to them. So finding out how to break that down, what the order should be, those can all come from that qualitative research. Because you're talking to customers and saying, why did you decide to use this product? How would you describe it to someone who's thinking about using this product? What matters about this? What did you like about it, dislike about it? So that often is how we arrive at the order of the content and the structure of the content is through those qualitative interviews.
That's cool. I'm very interested in the order of the content. And I know it's going to be dependent on the brand and the business and stuff like that, but is there a typical average that works for most e-commerce business? For example, are images really the most important, and then the bullet point list with free shipping, and then reviews, and then the last thing is your crazy long description that people do care about, some people, but not everybody? Is there a list?
Yeah, if I were designing a page today and had no other context, what would I put on it? I would definitely put a big image on the left with clear thumbnails. I would probably put them exposed underneath because that works more than not. Cool. Title, price, add to cart button. And then right below the add to cart button, those core value props like free shipping, made in the US, gets to you in 3 days, whatever those things are that sets the expectation that you would have if you were physically in the store. The thing we're often moving out of the way when we're looking at existing content are those like blurb descriptions that are like how they feel, how the product makes you feel, right?
Just
this is going to help make you feel great. It's almost as if we took a video ad and put it in words and then decided that's what people have to read first. Most of the time people don't really care about that. They want to know the facts and they want to kind of get right to them. So we find ourselves moving that further down the page.